Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Four Harms. My name's Captain Richie and we are here once again on the VintageCraft server. Hope everyone is doing okay. So you can probably notice one of the things that I've done differently so far is I put these redstone lamps here with the daylight sensor on night mode. So essentially they kick on when it goes dark, which is how I quite like things. How I like things to be quite so good. So yeah, this will light up the pathways that we got around here, just so it looks very nice at night, and hopefully stops mobs from spawning. So yeah, that's what I've done here. I think it looks quite good from down below, which we should see in a minute. But today, I'm going to work on some kind of super smelter. It's not going to be as super as you might think. It's a little area I've cleared out in here, just on this level, a little bit up from the icebox, just down there. So essentially what I've got here is a room full of furnaces, or I will have anyway when it's complete. And there will be 3 distinct lines of hoppers, which I've marked out with diorite, andesite, and granite. Or granite, if that's how I pronounce it. So yeah, what will happen is the diorite will be a a minecart with a chest going along, and this will go along the top here. Oh, telephone going off. And they will drop off items into the top of a furnace. So as you see here, the netherrack will come in from the top there. Let's say these will be hoppers eventually when I've got enough iron to actually make this. So the top line is the input of what's to be smelted. The andesite is the back end of the system, and that goes into the rear of the furnaces here. So this will be our coal line. So I'll have a chest full of coal, and minecarts will move along and basically keep these furnaces stocked with coal. So whenever I want to smelt something, they're all ready to go. And then the bottom one is the output. I did toy with an idea of having this sort of on and off, but I can't for the life of me think of how to do that. Just so if you want to go along and go, oh, I want to, where's it gone? Where is it? Oh, I think I've already got some hoppers in there. So yeah, as the hoppers will take out the nether brick automatically, you don't get the experience, which is a bit of a shame, but I kind of want the super smelter to be a system where you sort of dump stuff in a chest, and leave it, and you go off and do some other stuff and come back and it's all smelted ready for you. So that is the idea. So you lose out the experience points there, but everything's all smelted already just for, you know, go to a chest, pick it up, and it's all there ready for you. So I've cleared out a bit of space here, but I'm going to make a bit more because I probably want to have 8 furnaces aside. Toying with the idea of having all the chests in the middle here for the coal and, you know, the pick up and the drop off, that sort of thing. But it depends really. As you can see, I extended this wooden platform around the side. So I don't know. If I keep it square or oblong, rectangular inside here, it's going to be hidden by a lot of this snow. So I might make it come out a little bit here. But I haven't decided that yet. But that's why I wanted to show you what I'm doing today. So I will crack on with that, and we'll see you when I've made a little bit of progress. Actually, before we go and do that, I will show you just down this way. This is how the pathways look now. Obviously, it's daytime now, so the lights have turned off. But yes, it's sort of draping over the mountain quite nicely, I seem to think anyway. So come visit! Okay, so I've cleared out a bit of space, and you can see here I've been starting the works of this. So if we work backwards, it's probably the easiest way of doing things, because the way a furnace works is that it will draw from the bottom. Anything going into the side of it will be in the fuel slot, and anything going to the top of the furnace is the input. So we'll start from the bottom just because it's easier. All I've got here is a hopper chain going into this output chest, and what we'll do is we'll just link them up. So yeah, so anything that comes out of a furnace will just get all drawn into the same hopper line and all go into that output chest, which is what we want. So even something, actually, just bear with me 1 second. As soon as I bloody offhand, as soon as I put in the last one here, I'll show you what I mean. So if we put in that there, I don't really call on me. Of course I don't. Is it in this one? It's not. I'll show you that in a second. So if we, oh, 1 piece of coal. How fortunate. What can we make? What can we cook? All andesite, it's all bloody rubbish. Let's just cook up. We haven't even got any logs to cook up. This is rubbish. There's probably something in there that I haven't seen. But either way, so anything that goes into, gets cooked out of this into this slot there, will fall down into this and go all the way around and into our output chest. So there's some stuff that I done earlier, just as little tests. So that's the first stage. Yes, I say dropping stuff out at the bottom is easy. It's just a case of working on the next bit, which I'll show you in just a moment. Right, so yes, 8 cobblestone into there. When it cooks, they'll go into this line of hoppers and should end up in here, which we'll come to in a minute. So hopefully that works and that's all perfect. Next stage is loading in the coal. So I want to keep these as fully stocked up as I can with coal. And I want that automated as well. So we'll come to this rail track second in a moment. But what it will do is this. So if we start with the one we started with in the corner here. Like I say, if it goes into the side, so luckily with this we can use the back, it will load into the fuel slot. So we're going to move all these all the way around the side here. This one here as well. And I've decided to keep the tracks separate just for the sake of making things a little bit easier. Oh god, of course I haven't got any platforms there to do it with. This is a bit of trial and error that I've been doing here with, oh god, with the tracks here. But yeah, so these are our furnaces going into the back. So what we're going to have is a rail cart going along the top, and that will, as it passes over with, it's going to be a rail cart with a chest. So as it passes over, the hoppers will drag stuff out of the chest and put it into the furnaces, and that will basically go around on a loop and keep these fully stocked. But I will probably have some fail safes in there to make sure that it doesn't, you know, just go on forever and ever. So let's just do this for a second. Cut up the corners, and we're going to have a line of track going along this andesite block, and I'll show you that after I've done it essentially. Alright, so I think we're ready for a test. So let's just try this one first. It's an empty cart. It's going to go around here, up this track here, and get propelled way around. Just want to make sure it doesn't slow down on anything dramatically. And it'll go across, and all these hoppers here will take out the chest. The chest is empty at the moment, but as it comes down here, it falls down, goes back to this loading station. Now this loading station is a design, I think it was designed by Zoomovoid, but this is the video I copied anyway. And what's going on here is this comparator is taking a signal of this empty chest, or soon to be full chest, and it's taken away, it's on subtract mode, it's taken away the contents of this, which is just one block, and is powering this torch, which is keeping this piston extended and therefore stopping the cart from falling down. So coals will go into this chest here, go through this hopper and into this hopper, and this will go into here. And by the time I finish this ramble, which should be any second now, this cart should then automatically deploy off and go along the tracks. So let's just see if that happens. Almost good timing. I said almost, there we go, and that falls down, gets fired off and goes along its merry way and back into this main room here. So when it comes around to this way, it's to drop off some stuff. There we go, only one. It seems to be dropping off one per cycle. So we got this loading system because there are 24 furnaces here all needing filling up. And if it's only going to drop off one per time, that's still going to be 24 items compared to, say, if it just pass underneath a loop, it needs to get at least 24 in there before it goes around. But I think because of the comparative signals and data values and that sort of stuff in Minecraft, just below 2 stacks is what it's going to get to before it deploys again. Let's just have a quick check of the numbers. Yeah, so it's got to be almost 2 stacks, and that's a signal strength of 1, which will then... yeah, so just shy of 2 stacks is a signal strength of 1, which will make the system work and kick off and carry on. So that is the coal loading system. It's probably going to go for a long while, so what I'll probably do is fill this chest up with coal, just so it evenly distributes into all these as we continue the next stage, because yes, it's getting one at a time, but we want them fully loaded and fully stocked. Actually, have I got I haven't got the stairs on me, so I've got a bit of design here. Just to cover everything up, because like I said, like with the icebox over there, I don't like redstone and mechanics and stuff on show. If it can be hidden, then even better. So that'll be along there like this, cover them up, and then we'll just work it up as we go along. So next stage. So I put all my coal that I own, all pieces of coal to my name in this chest here. It's all getting cycled through the system here. That hopper's empty. This one's got 4 left, so gonna have to get some more coal soon. But essentially what's happening here is the cart's going around as we showed you before, and it's filling up all of these with coal. How far around has it got? See, there's still some around this side. Obviously it's going to fill up this side first and then get around to there. In the back of each hopper that goes into these, I've put like a layer of dirt, just so out of the 5 slots only one can be filled with charcoal, not charcoal, coal. So, you know, that way round, we're not leaving all of our coal reserves in hoppers around the back. It's just so, you know, just so we can have some sort up in this chest here, which we will eventually get to, but for now that's just going to be a drop-off point. Just finishing off the second line that goes around the top. So we want to copy the system here. So that's probably, yeah, so it hasn't got enough to go anymore, so that stopped there for a minute. So yeah, so a detector rail here and a block there, just so this makes a slope. Get rid of this one, and then we're going to have a block here just on top of this one, just so we can put a hopper into it, and then get rid of that block again, and then right, where are my comparators? So like I said, there is a tutorial how to do this on Suzuma's channel, which I'll put a link in the description box below. He probably explains things a little bit easier than I do, but so you got a comparator out of this one on subtract one going into it here. We're going to have a chest with an item in it. Let's put in a piece of diorite, because why not? And that should be a signal strength of 1, so that'll be to compare it to that as well. And then what do we need? We need to get rid of that chest, throw that on the floor, because, you know, why not? Where are my redstone torches? This is what we want. Just want to try and copy that thing behind us. So was it... Why did you place 2 down? That's very quick. Must have been some form of a lag. Block there. And then where's my piston? Piston's there. And I'm going to represent it with a block of quartz, because why not? And have that facing this way. So it's extending already because it hasn't got... It's not matching the signal that will be in the chest, because there's no chest there. So let's sort that out now. Let's put a... We need to make it first. Let's make a minecart with chest in it. And we shall follow it round as well. Put it down here. Take it that way. So this line is obviously a little bit too confined for me to jump up. And it's going to come around again before anything happens. Yay, don't worry. So I'll just show you where it went whilst I'm busy being a noob jumping around like this. So it comes up this way here. Goes all the way along. All the way around the edge. Gets a bit of speed boost, falls down here and starts going into these hoppers around the top. And the top feed goes into the top slot of a furnace, as we explained earlier. This is stopped here because, like I say, it's got a signal strength of 0 because there's nothing in it compared to 1, so it's going to hold it out there. So if we get this thing here, and I think there's some cobble in this already, isn't there? Yeah, so when we attach this up, because it's a what they called a trap chest, every time I look at it it's going to show something different. So loads of stacks of that, and 60, 64, 42, it's still 42. Why are you not moving? Why are things not happening here? Is it because it's a trap chest? Why are you no fall down? There's nothing coming out of this one. Is it because it's a trap chest? Oh no, please don't, because this is going to make everything... This is going to ruin everything. Hang on, I'll be back. Okay, it's working now. I'm not entirely sure why. How bizarre. If let's come around again just to make sure that it is working. Yeah, stuff's going into it. If I put those blocks there, does it? Bizarre. Truly, truly bizarre. So let's put these trap chests back on top of it, and hopefully that shouldn't mess things up. If I take out all that in there, put cobble in there. Is it getting stuff? Hello? Hello? Yeah, it's getting stuff again. Bizarre. I don't know what happened there. It must have just been a server lag issue. That's what I put it down to. That's not my redstone genius. Shut up. So yeah, so that'll be our input chest. As you can see, all the stuff from that cart has gone into all these furnaces. Furnaces that keep getting topped up with coal. Oh wow, look at all that. All go off at once. And then they should all come into here. Yay, and it all does. So it works. The only bad thing about this is that we're using up... Oh, look at that. That looks cool as it goes through. With each cycle, it probably doesn't put enough cobble in. Because it's going to do one like that. And then it'll come round again. How fast is it going up? So there's one piston going. Does it come round again before they cut out? I think it does. I think it does. So it'll be continuous. That way we're not wasting coal. Because you can make... I think you can smelt 8 things with one piece of coal. So that's the only thing where it's not completely cost effective if you look at it like that. But if you do have a whole chest worth of cobble or netherrack or like resources that you want to smelt, throw in there and this thing will sort them out for us. So yeah, that is the super smelter. I just need to make it look pretty and I think we'll call it a day there. So give me a minute to have a look at that. Okay everyone, just finishing off the aesthetics inside the grill here. So I've gone for these nether brick slabs, which will probably look a bit weird to everyone else with their sort of, what colour is it? It's kind of like a reddy purple, isn't it? But I mean, to me, I think it looks quite good. Oh god, there's one down there. To me, it looks quite good because, you know, it's pretty much jet black. So we're just going to fill the corners with some lighting, so that will light up not only in here, but down there as well. This is pretty much finished inside, so let's go check it out. These have stopped running because they have both run out of resources. So I need to find a solution to sort of trigger off the last little bit. Just so, you know, if I come along, and there's a hole here. If I come along and drop off, I don't know, 10 stacks of cobble to get smelted, and I only get 8 back, it's going to be a little bit frustrating because of the way the loading system's set up there. So yeah, I think this looks quite nice. A bit of a redstone torches here just to fill it up and light up a little bit. Just so everything, you know, looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, move the crafting bench around there, call it the grill, as you probably see from the video title. This is where our coal goes in. I've added a switch here, stops that hopper below from overfilling, so basically it stops it from going back and forth. However, we've run out of coal anyway, so that's irrelevant. But this is the coal one. This is where we drop off all our items. Let's see if I can... Oh, I haven't got too much, but let's put that in anyway. That's probably not going to be enough to set it off anyway. But yeah, and then everything comes into the collection. So I got all this for me because I dumped loads off earlier. So yeah, that's it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please leave us a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.